and tiring. The same thing over and over again.
And what was our problem in a relationship? Is that I used Alright guys, so I got my oxtail right here. My baby eating no seafood.
So guys, vote.
I don't want no seafood right now, man.
Would you rather wait your white shirt and it's dripping?
I know. Last time I messed my white shirt up.
Yeah.
Okay, you know summertime, all we wear is white shirt, guys.
Yeah.
That's so hot.
So I'll be like, would you rather some seafood with some stuffed shrimps with stuffed crab meat? With crab meat?
I messed my pants up, babe.
You did?
Grease. It's all over my pants. This is why I ate in the car. I like to be on a table where I could have put my food on the table.
Sorry.
It's fine though. So now my pants is messed up, but I'm happy it's the end of the night.
Yeah, we're not going nowhere but home.
We're not going nowhere but home. But yeah. And we got some coconut water right here.
Ooh.
So I really enjoy. Go ahead, I'm sorry, babe. Go ahead.
From the island? That's all.
So we're just talking in the car, guys, talking about our relationship and how, you know, how far we have came and all the struggles we've been through. Not financially, but the struggles we've been through, like mentally, like how we used to like argue and stuff like that, and how we appreciate it and how much we don't argue no more. And I was telling my wife, it's all about growth, you know. It's just part of life, you know. When you're not used to something and your first time getting into something, you don't know how to handle it. So as time goes by, you have to fail to learn to become better at it.
Yes.
And I think that was a major part with us, especially with our cultural difference. So we being together, it was a lot of things. It was the first time with a lot of things with us.
Yes.
And dealing with another person's attitude and behavior, you know. So we have to learn to get along for a better reason to make this relationship work. And I'm telling her today, I'm like, I'm happy that we never gave up, you know. We fight on and push on no matter how hard it gets. Because we would have never experienced this
mature part of us.
Yes, you know, this next level of a relationship, because this is beauty. I feel like this is life.
Right.
To have a life partner that I love so much, and I want to grow old and die old with her. And I don't see no other way. You know? I
love that. But tell them how you was telling me. Like he was telling me, guys, something like, oh, you guys ever wonder? This is
your logic.
What? Yeah, enjoy. You guys ever wonder why sometimes you see your partner that you was with break up, and they get in the next relationship and they seem happy and this and that? He was telling me something that was very valuable.
Yeah. You want me to turn the car back on?
Sure you can.
You see? Because I know the car is kind of loud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can open the windows. That's how I was opening them. I think the car's louder than...
Okay, sure.
The window open is less noise than your car.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good? Alright, so what you want me to tell him?
So, he was telling me, you ever wonder why those things happen?
Oh. So, basically what I was telling her is that, sometimes in the relationship gets so hard. It's like a graph, right? You start off really good and then get to the peak of, not peak of happiness, but the peak of like, it's getting like hard. It's where struggles get in a relationship. But this peak where you guys reach is where a lot of people gave up on a relationship.
Right.
Because they feel like, all right, this is too much for me. I can't deal with this. I don't want to do your attitude today. This is too much. And they gave up on a relationship. But that peak right there, that's a peak where a lot of people find themselves and change to become better. But if you hold on a little longer and stick it out with a person, you will find the beauty on the other side. But you have to overcome that bridge. That peak right there, you have to overcome that bridge. So if you don't overcome that bridge, you'll never know what's on the other side and what the beauty that you guys could really enjoy together on the other side. So that's why I was telling her, that I'm happy that we didn't give up when we reach our peak of struggle, where a lot of relationships fail. Because a lot of people gave up when they reached that peak. And that's when it's like a test to see if you guys really want this for each other.
Right.
You know, and most of the time, relationships want to work when both people want it. So if one person really wanted more than one, it's not gonna really work. You know. So I'm happy that we both was willing to like fight for a relationship and pass that bridge, because it made me a better person. So all the stuff that was like arguing about from before and stuff like that, I noticed that I used to contribute to it. So rather than me blaming and say it's her, I realized where I was really contributing for her to act like that. Because it goes both ways. You can't look in the mirror and say, I want you to act like this, if you're not giving her the vibes or the energy or that love or the security for her to be like that. So a big part of becoming better for your relationship is to reflecting on yourself, reflecting your action, and be the bigger person and change for your partner, and then eventually your partner will change for you. Yeah. And then you guys become better and create a healthy union. Because relationship is hard, and especially when you have a family, it's even harder because now everything affects the family. The simple stuff is like a ripple effect. Even you guys having like a bad energy, it affects the kids in the home, and it's not healthy. It's very, very unhealthy. So you might not see it. You might feel like, oh, I'm mad at her, she mad at me, my kids are happy. The kids, they pick up vibes.
You know that.
Yeah, they pick up vibes, and then it affect the kids. And sometimes you make plans with the family. All right, listen, tomorrow we're going to the water park, and because you're mad at her, you cancel it. Or maybe you go by yourself, but you're just not in the best mood because your partner not there, and you don't really enjoy the day. So
miss
it's like
out on memories. You know, one person's missing, and kids are like, "Where's mom?" or "Where's dad?" or "Why you guys are fighting?" You know. And
yeah, it's really not healthy. So I read a lot, guys. Not only read, but I analyze my relationship a lot on a daily basis. And I feel like I could write a book. I feel like I could write a book about relationship, and I could write a book about life itself. Like,
I wish you
struggle,
would. I think you should do it.
I just haven't get the right resources to do it. But I think I'm a deep thinker. My wife would tell you, I think deep on everything. Like even friendship, even the way we talk to each other.
The way he works.
The way I work.
Everything.
I think deep. I'm very strategic when it comes to like everything in life, you know? So my relationship our relationship has evolved to a level where I feel like this is our peak of happiness. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
In the beginning when I met you in college, like, you know, the honeymoon stage, y'all just meet each other, y'all so happy, you got the butterflies in your stomach, y'all so happy. But that don't last long.
But separating from that,
you know, separate from
peak,
separate from that time when we have the butterfly phase, there's a point where a relationship get to like a toxic, not only say toxic, but it become like more struggle.
Not so healthy for us.
Yes, not so healthy. And that's because something happened. Not because nobody cheated or anything, but because something happened that we're not used to. So when something is thrown at you that you're not used to, you don't know how to deal with it. And sometimes you end up the result,
revengeful or
you know,
or what's that word? Like when you're just
vengeance. You're seeking vengeance. So it's like sometimes because it's the first time you don't know how to handle it, you end up doing stuff that. It's your first time doing it thinking that it's the right way, because you're doing it for yourself, being selfish. Because you got to think about how it affect the other person, which is your partner. So most of the time we do selfish action, selfish things, and not think for the moment. We think for ourselves, and sometimes that affect, like I said, everything we do in a relationship have a ripple effect. You might think of yourself for the moment, but you don't think how much it affect your partner, and then that just build up and start creating problems and arguments. And I like I was telling in the car, a relationship is like a system where you gotta troubleshoot. If there's a problem, you gotta troubleshoot it to find a problem. Because if you don't find that problem, you guys gonna keep doing the same thing, like a cycle. You
keep
not
arguing. Gonna get better. You're just gonna have that problem there forever.
It will never grow.
So I was really happy when he was because I always tell my husband this. I always say, I'm never happy about what we've been through. He says, why? Let that shit go. I'm happy we learned from it. But I always tell him, like, I feel like we didn't have to go through that. He was like, but we did, and it helped us to grow.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
He's very positive. So he sees the positive in a lot of the things. It could be the most negative, and he would still try to find the positive, which is a very, very good thing. And I appreciate that from you. But, you know, when we were talking, I actually felt what he was saying. And it helped me to, you know, also realize that, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe we did need this. Because maybe we would go unhealthy for even longer, you know? He gave me a good reason behind it.
Yeah, guys, don't mind that. We're just trying to invite you guys in our conversation in the car. Because every time we drive, we have this deep conversation. We play music sometimes, we don't read books, but most of the time we have deep conversation about our relationship or about our life. We always communicate about it. So I like to have these conversations because in life you live and you learn.
Yes.
And a relationship, man, I'm not gonna
Always
promise
learning,
it's gonna be easy, but you gotta stick it through to find out the beauty on the other side. Whenever there's a struggle, because if there's a struggle, I mean there's something we're not balancing. That's why there's a struggle right now. It's a balance.
Yeah.
It's like life. You gotta balance your relationship the same way you balance your life. You know, you gotta find time for your partner. You gotta find time to make sure you feed her mental health. Like make sure you're nurturing her mental health, her physical health, her spiritual health. So it's not just one way, it's both ways. So you both gotta do that for each other. But if you're looking for your partner to change and you're not willing to work on yourself and you just wanted to change for you, it's never gonna work. You know, because you're thinking that you're perfect. You're not perfect. We're far from perfect, guys. So a big part of seeking change and getting to the next level of changing to become better, I say you have to go to the struggle to know where is the problem. Because if you don't know what's the problem, you're not going to know how to fix it.
Right.
So sometimes those struggles make you find out what's the problem. Like, yo, I know that this can bother you.
Right.
And maybe it's been bothering for years. But you never really concerned about it because you're like, yo, that shouldn't be bothering you. But put your foot in her shoes and realize that, yo, I might be okay with it. Maybe she's not okay with it, you know? So you gotta stop thinking selfish, because relationships will go both ways.
Yeah, sometimes we become very selfish, guys. I don't know why.
And sometimes you don't notice it, though.
You
Sometimes
don't
it takes
notice
years. And that's why communication is very important.
It's like you said. Sometimes you become so comfortable with treating each other a certain way that you never end up fixing the problem. Like you said, you don't communicate. You know, you just start to think to yourself like, okay, that's how he is, that's how she is. And then it becomes draining and tiring. The same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
100%, baby. And what was our problem in our relationship? Is that I used to look for a lot of me in her, right? So I used to look for certain things that I wouldn't do, I feel like she shouldn't do. But when she do it, I get upset, but I don't communicate about it. Because I feel like, yo, why would you do that? I should never tell you that. I feel like it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Basic common sense.
But to her, like, I mean, not basic common sense. This is my way of bringing up, my way of growing up. But I got to realize that she wasn't raised like me. We raised totally different. So maybe some certain things that I might be okay with it, I might see different. She sees it as okay, or vice versa. I might do something that she don't like and I see it okay. But I had to realize that, listen, she's not me. I look for too much of me in her. So most of the time, she would do some simple stuff, and I was very sensitive too. If she would say some little stuff, I would get offended.
Yeah.
And I just get mad. And then sometimes she'll talk to me happy. She don't even know why I'm mad, but she'll talk to me happy and I'll come off with attitude. And then, so she'll come to talk to me happy, and then I gave her attitude because I'm mad about something that she did like a few minutes ago.
Right.
But she don't know what she did a few minutes ago. So then she feel like, oh, you just give me attitude, you're just a nasty person. But because I don't communicate what bothered me, it just create more argument. Because she don't know what bothered me and I'm giving her attitude. No, she get nasty as well.
He knows it.
You know, she get nasty as well. And no, I'm thinking that, oh, why you getting nasty when you don't want to piss me off?
Right.
That does make me more upset and we start getting arguing. It's like, it's not healthy, man.
Right. And then stupid stuff like that drag on.
You drag on?
You hold grudges. You know, you feel like, dang, you messed up the date today.
And then you feel like, yo, I don't want to talk to this person right now. Because you feel like, you know, it's a lot. Like I tell you guys, listen, man. I look back and everything I've been through in my relationship, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I appreciate every step of it. I appreciate all of it, man. Because where we are today, man, I feel like peace is everything. Where we are today, man, I'm super happy. I see my future. I see a future with my wife. I want to die a whole. I want to grow old with her. You know, not saying back then I didn't see a future, but it's like there was a clog in the pipe hole that so it wasn't flowing fluently.
Right.
So we have to fix that clock. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we find it.
Yeah, and guys, it took time, man. So anybody who's in a relationship, I'm gonna tell you from the outside, speaking into your relationship, if we can help you, we can give you advice. Just listen to this one line. It takes time. But you have to want to change. At least, you know, give your girlfriend, you know, show your girlfriend or show your boyfriend that you're changing a little bit, you know, just a little bit, just a little step by step. It starts to add up. You always want to Listen, don't worry about the habits. Worry about the character or the person you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, focus on that. And with time, you're just going to become that person, you know, as you take action towards it.
Nailed it, baby.
So, I love you guys so much.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, relationship was super hard, and we were both young, and he was even younger.
Yeah, I was younger too, and
He was younger,
like I tell you, this was my first serious relationship.
Yeah, because he had
but it was like high school girlfriend. That wasn't nothing serious. So this was my really first relationship, actually, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. But he had opportunity actually to be with girls in college, and he didn't want to. You didn't want relationship like that.
And that's the crazy part. I wasn't looking for a relationship, but it's like
it happened.
I met my wife and it just happened, you know, and I love it. I love it. I wouldn't change it, you know. And I'm telling you guys, you might say that sometime a relationship, you break up with somebody, it go both ways. Because sometimes a person could be really so toxic that you need to move away. You have to move away from them. But sometimes
it could really be a misunderstanding between the two guys. I'm telling you, I've been there where we thought like we wasn't compatible, whatever that's supposed to mean. And I feel like any two humans who want to be compatible will be compatible. It doesn't matter if you're the same sex, opposite sex, whatever. Like, you're gonna be compatible with that person. So we struggled, but we found a way.
Yeah.
And it really means a lot, man. Because to just go to sleep happy, wake up happy, you know, he's doing his own thing. He's not mad. I'm over here doing my own thing. Nobody's mad and just happy. It's so good.
It's healthy. It's a ripple effect. And then it does rub off on the kids. The kids are happy. Everybody's happy in the home. The dog is happy. Everybody's happy.
The dog is happy. Too happy.
So I have to say this, guys. Our last big fight that we thought was going to break up on YouTube, whatever. I feel like if we had break up and then, God forbid, we move on, and I met a new girl or you met a new guy, for me, that was a change for me.
Okay.
So I would have
become, was your breaking point.
Yeah, it was my breaking point to open my eyes to realize, yo, bro, you're contributing to a part of this as too. It's not only her. So it was for me to change and become a better person.
Right.
And then me becoming a better person, it kind of rubbed off on you. You started to change your action as well too. So God forbid if we had break up, then
that girl would have received the mature part.
Exactly. Should have received the mature side of me because what I've been through with you.
Right.
So you would have helped me to become more mature because of the struggle we've been through. And then you'd have been talking about, oh, he's toxic or she's toxic. But that the struggle faced in a relationship helped me become more mature, and now I become mature for this relationship. So now it's like you prepare me for the next girl.
Right.
So instead of preparing your partner for the next person, just stick it out with them, and hopefully that you guys can work together and change for each other for the better. If you guys are going through struggles, because some relationship they ain't going through no struggle, they're happy as hell.
Yeah.
You know, but
they started off. They started off with like a little gold spoon practically in their mouth. And they now got a platinum spoon in their mouth. Some relationships are like that.
But that was us though. That was us. We was happy. It just that one thing that changes in 2000 and I don't know why but something happened that changed our entire relationship. It does make a U-turn in relationship. Cause I was happy, man, in college, whatever. I was the happiest. We was each other every day. And then
we barely would argue.
Yeah. Then
we would get mad sometimes, but it would be like totally simple, the dumbest shit. Like, oh, I need to do a test today, and I'm over here joking with him or something. Like something so forgiving. It was not toxic at all.
That's how I'm looking at. Like, you were so happy, and then something happened, something thrown at us that wasn't prepared for, and that's what made us like become so resentful and revenge, like, you know. And then I know that could happen to anybody. You guys could be so happy right now, and then something that's thrown at you that you guys not prepared for. And then how you guys handle it define how strong you guys are in a relationship and how much you guys really want it. That's why it's good to fix the problem when it's small before you get to a bigger problem and you guys can't really control it.
Or they say like sometimes you could be like, even at your peak of like, let's just say, how do you call it? Like, let's say you're doing a sport, you're an athlete, and you're at your peak, just like booming. You're just like running good, you're first place, and then a curveball hits you. You know, you break a leg or something. You know, in life that happens, but when that happens, you know who's really there for you. You know what I mean? Like, so when that happens, a lot of the times it's like, yo, fuck it, I'm not even gonna try no more. And I can get it because the struggle is so hard to get by. But you can get by it.
You can.
If you want to get by it, you will. So make sure you don't let nothing break you or your partner. If you guys knew you was once happy, now if y'all always been miserable,
yeah, that's different.
From the beginning, yeah, that's different. But if you guys once had a spark and knew you could get that again, yo, fight for it and get it again.
Absolutely.
Because it comes back even better.
Yep.
Trust me.
Way better.
Know? Way better. Hell yeah. Because now it's like we are on the same page. You know what I mean?
Same page, like we're in line.
Yeah, because in the beginning you don't know, but like when you be with someone for so long, you actually get to know them. Y'all become one. So when you actually become one, and then you guys are on the same page and happy, it's like you have sometimes a little duplicate of you.
Yep.
And it's like, you could just give your husband a look and he knows what this shit means.
Yeah, exactly.
He could go to the store and he could be like, okay, my wife likes this. You know, you're not starting over again, you know? So it's really special. Relationships are special.
So guys, listen, that's our message for today, man. I hope you guys enjoy this one. And when I drop a book, make sure you guys buy it, man. I'm thinking I'm working that.
Yeah.
I'm a deep thinker.
I'm gonna push him.
And you can write a book too.
Yeah, I want to write a book
about
to kids. You know, like a fairy tale happy book to kids, so when they feel sad, they can get happy.
Yeah, I like that.
Right?
I like that.
I like that too.
And eventually, I want to like talk to younger people. I want to be a mentor. Like
a mentor. That's so good.
To like young people, young boys.
Maybe you could do that in jails.
I think I want to do that.
You know how sometimes like people come out of jails and they have these mentors they go to and they uplift them. You know, your mom dies, father dies, or you know, just like it's like a counseling at time. I don't know how you could do that.
I could do it because
when you hear some people's stories, they just so heartbreaking. I think it would change me personally. Like, I just can't believe life is like that. You know, but some people go through things that you just can't believe they went through that, and they living, and you understand why they going through, like, you understand why they became that person. But he can handle it, he says. Yeah,
I see a lot of people like in life, they don't raise with no guidance. Right. So that's why they're lost. They don't know what right from what wrong. And there's no set way to live your life, but sometimes a guidance like help you. Having somebody that look up to, you know, a positive role model to look up to, it help your life a lot. A lot of these kids, they don't have a role model, so they'll just do whatever and follow in with the crowd. But to be honest, I feel like I want to be that role model for these young men, to help them out to even.
Oh, for young men. So even like, you know, they have juvenile kids, then you have elementary schools where you can always talk to people, or junior high schools. That is something you can't do YouTube videos. You never
I tried.
know.
I have King Shane that I do videos on. Right. And it's really to inspire people, like, as you guys know, if you guys subscribe to King Shane, I do it to like inspire people, and you know, I try to motivate people, because I feel like I can really motivate people. Like, if you're going to like a sad day and you feel like you want to give up, I can motivate you to like, yo, go get it. You know, you believe in yourself. Because I've been there when I would feel like I want to give up and I didn't believe in myself, and how I deal with it, you know.
You know how to come out of it.
I know the
no, I'm not sweating. You think I'm sweating?
A little bit.
No, don't wipe my makeup off.
Oh, my fault, baby.
He about to wipe all my makeup off.
Motherfucker, I'm sweating over here, that's why.
Yeah, me too. I'm so hot. I'm like, baby, turning off the AC.
But anyway, guys, we're gonna talk to you guys later. We love you guys. I want you guys to enjoy this video. This was our day vlog. I want you guys to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, and stay tuned. We'll see you guys on the other side.